Communication direct, coach to helmet, and the quarterback's all wearing it across the country for the first time in college football. Keene has it on third down. Over the middle, it's tipped and intercepted, taken away by Zeke Berry. Michigan did this better than anybody in the country last year. And on the third play of the season, the defending champs get one back.
Kenneth Grant, 78. Watch him get a hand up. The ball sails a little bit off the hands of his receiver, and Zeke Berry comes down with it. The route was open, the throw was high, and the tip resulted in an interception.
And Todd, we have heard nothing but outstanding things about Zeke Berry, the patience that he's exhibited to eventually get this spot.
They feel like they've really fortified themselves at that position.
Sharp, the motion man on second down and 3. Keene, happy feet, lobs it up. Oh, that is tipped away by Johnson.
Center. He is just winning the battle in the middle of these trenches.
First and goal.
And here's a busted play. Texas trying to go quick. Clock really isn't a factor, which is why I haven't talked about it with those 2 timeouts. Just a busted play as Jaden Blue goes the wrong way. Quinn Ewers tries to get down immediately. Ewers looking, finds Blue. And Blue chopped down this time by Zeke Berry.
Here, the tight end McCree sets up in the backfield. Moss down the middle, almost intercepted twice.
It's exactly what I was going to add to it. I don't have to do it.
Zeke Berry got the first hand.
Throwing over the middle, it's dangerous. You got to do it, though, occasionally. It's a good throw, better defense, and at times Zeke Berry again. That's the second big play he's made in the coverage.
And then Brandon Hillman said, oops, Branch in motion. USC from the 49. Blitz coming from the Wolverines. Swing pass and nice open field tackle by Zeke Berry. Quentin Joyner. Got everybody playing deep. Moss steps up, got to get rid of it. Got it on a crossing route. Nope, in and out of the hands of Branch. Incomplete. One chance left.
On the play, ball is thrown. Obviously should have been caught. I don't know if it was punched out by Zeke Berry or not, but you can see Miller Moss thought he had a first down.
Max Brosmer. Sideline throw. And it's caught. Daniel Jackson tries to turn it up and get to the 20. He loses it. Michigan says they have the football. Do they? Zeke Berry came out with it, and it looks like we've got a turnover. Daniel Jackson fighting and fighting and fighting, and there's Zeke Berry, and he just wrestles it away from him in there. Zeke Berry, he knew Jackson was stood up, so he just goes after the football, and there he comes out of the pile with the ball and sets up Michigan with unbelievable field position here for their offense.
That tailback position.
In his 6th year here at Washington after the lower body injury last year. 3rd and 6 to the outside, dangerous, but it was caught by Rasheed Williams, short of the first down, and Michigan forces a 3 and out.
There was a Wuna in there on the tackle. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 14 for the Illini. Altmaier in a shotgun, back to pass. Here comes the pass rush. He steps up, bails out of there, fires, incomplete. Good coverage there. Zeke Berry arrived at Colin Dixon, the intended receiver.
The pressure is applied by Kenneth Grant on this one, and you know, at some point these guys are going to have to be able to block one-on-one, and I wouldn't envy any guard or center blocking Mason Graham or Kenneth Grant.
Thanks. So there goes an All-American receiver off the high-powered offense of the Ducks. The good news is they have depth there, but maybe not a guy like him. They're going deep here. And jump ball broken up. Evan Stewart was the intended receiver, and Zeke Berry was with him stride for stride.
And let's throw kudos to Zeke Berry on this one. Slightly underthrown, but he reaches back with his left hand. Again, remember, this Michigan secondary is playing shorthanded, especially at corner.
3rd and 12. Couldn't quite tuck that one one in there. Zeke Berry with a nice play.
Yeah, Zeke, finally, we got you right. I thought it was you before, but this time Zeke, heavy pressure on the throw, but delivered well and great defense.
26 minutes away from finding out. Lawton in the backfield in the end zone with Curtis Rourke. They fake it to him. Quick throw, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Zeke Berry. There's the first mistake by the Indiana quarterback.
RPO tried to go to Surratt that time, number 13. Zeke Berry squats right on it. Had to be thinking, could Michigan find a turnover? And they sure did, didn't they?
Second interception of the season for Zeke Berry.
Kurt Cignetti's playing it safe at the end of the half.
Yeah.
Playing it safe on the punt. All of a sudden, turnover on the 7-8 yard line.
They came in plus 10 of the turnover margin. There's a minus on that play. Not a lot of ground game by either team, but Indiana's got something working on the ground right here. And off the RPO, the throw a little bit behind. Zeke Berry breaks up this throw to Miles Cross.
Michigan playing man-to-man coverage on it. Sticking, Berry stays. I think he knocked that down, didn't he?
Yep.
From behind.
Zeke's had a pretty good game.
Yes, he has.
Including that interception on the previous series. I'll get back to you.
Exactly.
I'll give him your number.
We'll solve him on that one.
Second down at 10. Michigan, a little movement on their front wall as if they might bring a little heat here. Rourke. Almost another Zeke Berry interception. Fans wanted an interference, but it was a good play.
Yep, that's that slot fade. When you throw it from the slot like that, you got plenty of room to the outside, and Berry mans up on him, continues to move him towards the sideline. Good coverage, right in phase, and gets his hands up.
Northwestern football history. Pistol formation here. Following the tight end, hard to beat the edge of this Michigan football team. 2 wides and an extra tight end. Roush's pass to the corner to Kurtz. Knocked away by Zeke Berry. He may have been deked, Zeke, by Kurtz on that 39-yarder, but he was up to the task on that fade pattern to the wide side of the field.
What a nice job of Berry not backpedaling and understanding that slot fade is in play and racing to go close the distance and getting right in front of the football. If you have the football and then you're in between the wide receiver, you have a really good chance of stopping that play.
It's out of the window. Doesn't matter. First and 10 of the 25. Howard under pressure. Lost it up in the air. Deflected and incomplete. Another well-defended play, this time Zeke Berry.
Right, and on this one, there's so much pressure. You can tell Will Howard just throws it to 4 right away, but look at the triple coverage, and that's something that Wink Martindale said, is that we are not going to allow Jeremiah Smith to just run down the field in single coverage, and there's the double and triple team.
Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. They get it snapped. Pressure. Milroe kind of heaves it up, and almost intercepted. Hausman on the deflection, laid out, and couldn't quite get it.
Well, like I've been saying, Wink Martindale, he's not going to let Jalen Milroe sit back. Watch this second level pressure here. He is not accounted for in the pass protection, which forces Milroe to make a quick and dicey decision with the football.
He got lucky. That was almost the end of it for the Crimson Tide.